Could somebody please tell me what the tests consist of, to become a doctor these days? Because I'm pretty sure it's a coloring book. Me and my parents see the same doctor. My dad got blood work done a few days ago, and I guess he got the blood work back, and he sent it to my dad, and he told my dad he was dying. Yeah, because his creatine levels were a little elevated, and the BUN was a little elevated. And I'm like, what? So he sent me the paperwork, and sent me right after he told me that. And I looked through it, and I'm like, no, it's not. No, you're not. See, if you take the creatine number, which his was like 1.74, it was a little bit, not much, and divide it by whatever the BUN is, his is like a 20 to 1. He's dehydrated, fucking hydrated, and he wanted him to start back on I guess, a medication for his diabetes. Starts with a J, but that would dehydrate him more. I'm like, don't fucking do that. No, you need to get back a hold of him and ask him, hey, could that suggest am I dehydrated? Guess what? He was fucking dehydrated. What the fuck is wrong with doctors? Does the government not do anything anymore other than take, fucking take from us? Oh, and I figured out today on my grandma's stuff when she got to the hospital down in Baptist Integris, her creatine levels were fine. Everything was fine in her blood work. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. About 4 weeks later, everything was elevated, and she had 9% kidney function at this point. Got sent for emergency dialysis in Oklahoma City, Edmond Integris. Waited fucking 6 days for the emergency dialysis. And I just seen in her chart that they checked her, you know, creatine levels and all that every fucking day, and just watched it rise. Here's the fucked up part. They released her prematurely. Her creatine levels were still over 4 point something when they fucking released her, which is still, it's a fucking dangerous level right there. But they waited until it got to 7 point something before they even started dialysis. So they released her knowing her shit was still elevated and in dangerous levels. Because that's why she was back in the ER 3 days later, because we had to call an ambulance for her 3 days later. And they booted her out the door, even though she was drowning in her own fluids. And her kidneys had completely failed because they checked it there too. And she passed away 5 days later, and the death certificate, her doctor, and her doctor's the reason all this happened. They're trying to cover it up, says natural decline. No, there's nothing natural about it because she was fine. They saved her life down there. That's what I'm not getting. Integris Baptist saved her fucking life. She had three of the valves going to her heart were freaking almost blocked off all the way. I didn't think she was going to make it through that surgery, but she did. She fucking did. She got home. She was fucking up and around doing laundry and everything else. But she slowly started getting tired, worn out, and her muscle function just started, going down. She got weaker because they didn't check her blood work or do blood work on her, 2 weeks after to check it. And if they would have done that, guess what happened? They could have fucking reversed everything. But to stick this foot up a government's butt. I'm serious. I don't see I don't see how that many doctors could fail that many times on what they're supposed to fucking do. I'm so fucking mad, guys. I'm so fucking mad. Oh, and to top that off, when my dad had stents put in his heart a year and a half ago, they released him with one medication, one fucking blood thinner. My grandma, they released her with 10 different medications, guys. 10 fucking medications. And most of them were harmful to elderly people because older people, their veins are softer. Yeah. What the fuck is going on? Because I'm pretty sure these kids going to medical school now these days with those fucking phones is how they're passing. And if they're doing multiple choice questions, there shouldn't be no fucking multiple choice in a test to become a fucking doctor. You either fucking know it or you fucking don't. Because people's lives are on the line.